Hey everyone, today I've got a couple updates to go over. The first one, you might like, depending on how you felt about the movie. The second one though, I'm genuinely excited about, even though I know not everyone is on the same page. So with that said, let's get into it. Starting off with the first update, we've got news about a sequel to Hard Eyes. Now right now, there's no official plot details or release date, so we're still pretty early on. But what we do know is that Olivia Holt and Mason Gooding are expected to return as Allie and Jay. On top of that, Josh Ruben should also be coming back as writer and director. Now I'll be honest, I didn't know how to feel about the first movie. It wasn't bad, but it definitely felt like it was borrowing a lot from Scream. And it's not just this movie either. Films like Thanksgiving and I Know What You Did Last Summer have that same kind of vibe. Even though Ghostface isn't involved, the killers themselves feel very similar. The mystery, the reveals, the whole setup. It's hard not to compare. Now with both Hard Eyes and Thanksgiving getting sequels, it really feels like they're leaning even more into that Scream style formula. And when you think about it, there's a lot they could do with a sequel. Yeah, the killers in Hard Eyes were taken out, but that doesn't mean the story is over. We could easily see people connected to them. Friends, family, coming back for revenge, or even copycat killers trying to carry on what they started. And let's be real, that's very much a Scream type move. As for Thanksgiving, there's also something interesting there. We never actually saw Eric die, and the police never found his body. They just assumed he didn't survive the explosion. So wouldn't it be surprising at all if Patrick Dempsey ended up returning, maybe badly burned, disfigured, and even more dangerous. So yeah, even though these movies feel very similar to Scream, I'll probably still watch them, because at the end of the day, I still want to know what happens next, who the next killer is, and how they continue the story. Now let's move on to what I think is the more exciting update. Recently we got a picture of Ben Jordan in a mocap suit, and in the photo, he's literally posing like Spider-Man using his web shooters. The caption, IYK, YK, with a spider emoji. So yeah, it doesn't take much to figure out what that could be teasing. This has a lot of people thinking that Spider-Man 3 could already be in development. Now if you didn't know, Ben Jordan is the face model for Peter Parker in Marvel's Spider-Man, after they replaced John Bobniak. The change was made to better match the facial capture of Yuri Lowenthal and improve animation overall. At first, a lot of people didn't like that change, and honestly, I didn't either. People were used to the original face, and yeah, it did kind of resemble Tom Holland a bit more. But when Marvel's Spider-Man 2 came out, you could really see the improvements. The expressions, the detail, it just looked way better than before. So now, seeing Ben Jordan back in a mocap suit like that, it really makes you think, because what else could it be? Insomniac has already said they're treating this as a trilogy. Even though we got Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, that was more like a standalone expansion rather than a full main entry. So when they talk about a trilogy, it sounds like they're focusing on Peter Parker's main story, which means Spider-Man 3 could be the big finale. Now the question is, when could we actually see it? The first game dropped in 2018, then Spider-Man 2 came out 5 years later in 2023. Right now, we're in 2026, so it's been about 3 years. If they stick to that same timeline, we could be looking at a 2028 release. But at the same time, Insomniac Games is also working on Marvel's Wolverine and possibly other projects. So there's a chance we might have to wait even longer. Hopefully not. But either way, I'm definitely looking forward to whatever they do next. Because honestly, they've already given us some of the best Spider-Man games ever made. And if they bring that same energy to Wolverine and Spider-Man 3, it's going to be something special. So yeah, that's the latest. How do you feel about all this? Are you interested in a Hard Eyes sequel? And when do you think Spider-Man 3 is actually coming out? Do you think Insomniac is already working on it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.